All right, hello everybody, welcome back. We have another VOD review today. They start on Venom. I think they play something else, but they're a tank main. They say they played Venom at first, but I had to switch because my second tank and Punisher weren't peeling correctly when I was busy diving. I know I had some bad dives or bad escapes in one or two fights, but I want to know if there's anything specific I could do in this game to help win. I felt like it was winnable despite having a 9/11 Punisher on the team. Okay, so first things first, I usually do this, but we want to focus solely on our own keyboard, right? We don't want to look at stats. We don't want to look at how other people are doing and like try to control what characters they're playing because we can't really do that. No, we have not reviewed Venom, but so we're gonna go through with that mindset of this VOD review of we can only control our own keyboard. They also didn't put the rank, so we'll kind of play guess the rank as it goes. So that'll be interesting. All right, let's see. How do we plan on doing things? Okay, we have a rogue engaging already. Nice. I like this. A little early on the health pack, but that's fine. I love this. We're taking up so much attention. Good. Nice. This is fine. That's good interaction. Okay. Normally I don't talk about mechanics, but I'm sensing a mechanical problem that's not just, you know, aim better. Well, yes, we want to throw in the melee wave, just like chat is saying. But I feel like our sensitivity does not match our environment. Our sensitivity is very low. I also play with extremely low sensitivity, so that in and of itself is not a problem. But at the same time, we have to match our low sensitivity with an ability to still move our camera quickly when we need to. So for me, I have a really big desk with a really big mouse pad. So I can actually take my mouse, and even though it's slow, I can move my whole arm and spin it really quickly if I need to. Right? I feel like we're not matching our mouse sensitivity to what our desk has. So when I see this, this is not bad, right? But then whenever we need to track somebody who moves quickly, we kind of lose it. So that to me just kind of screams that we don't have enough mouse space. And then here, same thing here. Yo, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Please VOD review me, bro. Sure. Just go to the Discord and submit a VOD review request, and you'll be put in the queue. Breed the avaricious.
I may be a thief, but no one steals from my life.
Ace. Oh, we're dead. Okay. Yeah, it's just replay viewer bugging out, as it does. All right, so check this out. So what we want to do first is we want to evaluate the situation. This happens for any character, any dive character. This is called staging, right? So we're in a good position to stage already, which is fantastic. I like that. Venom kind of naturally does that because that's how he engages. But I don't like that we go in right away without understanding what we're going into. This is a death sentence. Right? Mantis could sleep us, Punisher can pull out a shotgun, and we can die instantly. I feel like we weren't aware of that fact. So what can we do differently is we stop for a second and go, oh, that's a Mantis, that's a Punisher. I know I'm already thinking I'm probably going to have to pop my E early or shift out early. Because if I get slept and I get Punisher shotgunned in the face, I'm just dead, right? So the problem is not the dive itself. The problem is not planning ahead for our dive depending on what the enemy team has. Okay, get out. Get out. Your team's dead. Your team's dead. Just get out. Just get out. We're not really paying attention to momentum here. Because, like, what do we already have our ult, right? So any extra damage that we do, we're not getting our ult. And we're raising the likelihood that the enemy supports are getting their ult, okay? So we need to get out. Like, we stay way too long. And then now we're here, it's like, okay. There's a chance I might die here. I need to just get out. I know we're, like, greedy. We want to get the magic. But the magic kill is not worth our life. Get out. Get out. Get out. No, don't go back in. No. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I don't know what rank you are. So this is kind of difficult. But I'm going to assume we're a bit lower rank, and I'm just going to over-explain things because we didn't put rank in. I'm going to say right here that, first of all, we need to know that the Venom ult combo. The Venom ult combo is you dive in, you right-click immediately, and then you do 2 left clicks, and then you ult and pop it immediately. Okay? That's the combo. Okay? So, knowing that, we would have started it. We see the Mantis disappears, and now we know we're not actually going to get a support kill immediately because she's gone. So it's probably not worth the ult. Okay? So that's one big thing we can learn. Probably not going to ult here. But this isn't the worst ult because we actually force out a Mantis ult. If this is higher elo, they're probably not going to Mantis ult here. But we get lucky. It happens. Okay? Now we got to know... Alright, we got to get out here. Like, there's no reason to go in. If this Punisher is, like, half decent, we're just dead. He misses, like, half of his shots. So, like, we just get really lucky. And then, even though we got lucky, we don't, like, respect it. Right? Like, what are you going to do with 200 health? Yeah, this is why we just got to get out. One of the most important things when you're diving is understanding, like, when to get out. The next thing is... the next thing is there's a ton of really good advice in chat. They're really good with micro, so make sure you're reading chat earlier. Stuff like that. Now, why are we thinking we need to peel? I didn't really see anything wrong with diving in this scenario. I didn't see your team, like, falling over or anything. I don't quite understand why we're needing to peel. So in this scenario, I'm gonna assume that somebody was yelling in chat, "Hey, we're like getting messed up with peels." I think you're actually doing fine by diving there, and I think you're gonna be more help. So, I don't know. I'm not a fan of listening to chat. Of listening to game chat and voice chat. I think people don't know what they're talking about. Even in Celestial, I've had games where people just say shit and they have no idea what's going on. So, I'm not sure if you... Actually, can we go back and see if you're... Yeah, are you Lord Venom? I'm not sure if you want advice on Thing, but I can give it to you. I love Thing. Thing's a great character. He's decent enough right now. Okay, we're trying to... Okay, we get a kill. Gotta be careful. Oh, this is not good. So with Thing, it's kind of the same. It's kind of similar to Venom. We always have to be aware of our cooldowns. Basically, what you want to do is you always want to hold shift to get out, and you want to use your E and your F to get in, right? Yo, Tooth, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. So you want to use E and F to get in, and you want to hold your shift to always have it be able to get out. Or if in this case we said we switched to thing for peeling, then you can stay back and use it specifically for peeling. We don't really do either of those, and then we use our E and our F. So now here we can kind of just die. And that's not good. Alright, let's watch this from a different perspective. So we went thing specifically to peel and to help with dive, but then we just frontline anyway? Like, if you're gonna do this, just stay on Venom. I don't understand. The way you peel as thing is twofold. A, you can stop people from leaving their peel, right? Or from leaving their dive. So when Venom dives in here, if you run back and you put your shift right in front of where he wants to go, he's going to be trapped here, and then you can kill him, right? The second thing, the other way, is to just play by your supports, right? So I'd be back here. Just play by my supports. We have a rogue who's diving in front of us, and she's frontlining. I'm just chilling here. Oh, look at Venom. Pop, 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 pop. I'm hitting him, punching him, punching him. I'm standing in between. Okay, now he wants to get out, and I'm going to shift, pop. Now he's dead, right? But if we're going to try to peel, yeah.
The final 10 seconds.
Okay, now we have to go touch point. Have to. Nice. Ult, now! Oh no! Okay. So whenever that is probably the worst Deadpool ult I've ever seen. So whenever you're thing, right? How do you choose between right click and left click? With your right click, you gain bonus health, you do bigger burst damage, and then you also have longer reach, right? So the one thing that left click has is it actually does higher DPS. So in this scenario, and generally, like when you ult, you want to be switching to just left click because it does more damage, unless there's a ton of people who are low. So right here, I wouldn't have backed up. I would actually just sit here and just hold left click on the Deadpool, and there's a good chance that you probably kill him, right? Yeah, the guides are outdated for sure. You also don't want to do the combo where it's like you right click and then you press shift and let go and then it pops it down and then you right click and it's just all those guides are old and super outdated and don't work anymore. I actually do have an overview of Thing if you want to see that. One of the few characters I made one of those for. You have to hit somebody to get over health? Yeah. So it's after the hit, and it's percentage based now as well, and you can have up to 100. What is happening? What? Okay. Pop your shift now, pop your shift now, she dies. Okay, no, you don't need to. What is going on? Nice. This is a very confusing game. Get all the way out. Yeah. I think you're playing. No, this is bad. No, this is bad. You're just gonna get slapped. No. Go back to your team. You're doing fine. We lost our cloak. Okay, you're doing a much better job of healing until we... No, this is bad. Now we went in. We don't... Like I said at the beginning, we don't want to go in with shift because now we're trapped. You're gonna... What is happening? So much chaos. All right, I haven't said anything in a while. So this is a classic, like, just scramble where everybody's lost. This is a great situation to be a tank in, because if you act correctly at the beginning of the game, these things don't actually happen. So if you understand, oh, my team is down a bunch, let's get out and fall back to the correct corner and be ready, your team will naturally follow you. And then we won't spiral out of control like this. So a lot of what tank is understanding the momentum and the push and pull of the game, understanding which team has advantage and why, and then placing yourself in a proper position according to that advantage. Okay, so just as an example, they had huge advantage. We should just back up to this corner, wait, hold the corner down, anchor, and then be ready to go once our team gets back together, right? And if you do that, your supports will feel better psychologically. Like they won't feel so lost because they'll be like, oh, well, I have a tank standing by cover, not taking damage. I'm probably safe here. They won't even like think that. That'll just be second nature, right? So if you do that consistently on tank, you pick the right spot depending on momentum, and become that anchor for your team, that's great. It's not really possible on dive, but Thing is great at it. Emma's great at it. Mag, like, yeah. Next thing with how you apply that same logic when you're playing dive is you understand the push and pull, the momentum, right? And if your team has a little bit of momentum or it's even, that would be a great time to dive in and pull some attention from the front line, or maybe get a pick. If your team has no momentum, maybe you lost a support or lost a tank, then it's time to let's back out and let's do that exact same thing for the other side, right? So if this situation, if we're on green team, okay, and we see like we're back here, we have an Angela over there, they have a support ult going off. Now our Mantis is dead. This is probably a time to back up. So I'm thinking, okay, the cloak ult over here, it's probably going to end up about here. So I'm actually going to back up all the way to here. We have plenty of time. I'm going to sit. I'm going to wait for my team to respawn, regroup, and then we'll go in. Now, if we're on red team, like we are, I see, okay, their Mantis is dead. There's a support right in front of us. We have a support ult. It's go time. I'm going to pick somebody probably here, and I'm just going to go to town. And then I'm going to keep fighting, and I'm not going to cross the line since they have a Punisher here, probably about here. If our cloak goes all the way across, then I'm going to go all the way to like here and start using this cover and this cover. And that's how I want to play it out. But it's really difficult in these low elos. And then that's just a big concept of like momentum in these style of games. If you played like Overwatch or this, or even like TF2, sometimes like being able to read the momentum and being like, okay, they have a big advantage, I need to back up. We have a big advantage, I want to push forward. Neither team has an advantage, I want to bunker down and look for a way to gain the advantage, right? So if we focus on that, that applies to every role, that applies to every character, that applies to every map. How we read it changes a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, but we're just so lost in the sauce. There's so many things going on. Back up. So here we go. They have a huge advantage, so we should get out. Great. Where do we get out to? We get out to a defensible spot. Punisher is pretty slow, but he can shoot across. So I'm actually thinking, you know what? I'm going to sit over here. He's probably not going to make it. My team will back up with me. If they don't, they'll die, and that's okay. I'm going to do the right thing regardless. And that'll be fine. No, don't go back in. No! Just wait a little bit. Not bad. All right. So now we have it. We have a huge advantage, right? We have a huge advantage. So now, what is our job as tank? Our job as a main tank is to pick the spot that we're going to bunker down in. Okay? I'll bunker down. I'd probably pick right here because I'm playing Thing. I can't contest long ranges. I'm going to chill right here. And then my team will group up with me.
Only 60
So not bad.
seconds left.
Good. Just chill here. If I'm playing Emma or Mag, I'm all the way over here. If I'm playing Groot, I'm over here.
Vehicle moving again.
Why were you backing up?
We are undefeatable.
Yeah.
Almost there. Don't turn back now. The final 10 seconds.
Okay, so we could go into so much detail here, but I want to try to keep it simple. So all I want you to be focusing on right now is the momentum of the game, the push and pull. Once we figure out momentum, then we can start looking at each of our abilities one by one. Whether we're playing Thing, we're playing Venom, or any other character, I want you to take one ability, and I want you to understand exactly all the uses that that ability has and try to just focus on that one ability for multiple games in a row to get the most value out of that one ability. So to start off with, we can talk our shift. Then we can move to E. Then we can move to F. Then we can move to Q, right? To our ult. And if you do this on every single character and you apply that after you learn momentum, you will not be so lost in the sauce. And then the other one thing I want to say is, like, when we are in a team scramble, I want you to just pick one enemy person and just focus on tracking that person through the team fight. Just focus on one. So, yeah, if we focus on those three things, momentum, which team has advantage, then we focus on our abilities, then we focus on tracking one person through a team fight, you'll feel so much more comfortable and confident. Don't worry about, like, my team needs peels or this and that. And we're just not ready for that yet. We need to focus more on, like, the basics and the fundamentals, okay? And then if people are yelling at you in chat, just mute them. It's okay. They don't know what they're talking about. They're in the same elo as you. Like I said, I've had people all the way up in Celestial who really don't know what they're talking about, so don't worry about it. Anyway, I hope this helps. Thank you so much for the VOD review. Take care. God bless. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.